Despite being a twin-stick shooter played from a high camera angle, the Ascent is one of the most beautiful cyberpunk games around thanks to its richly detailed and incredibly lit cityscape that takes heavy cues from Ridley Scott's sci-fi and other classic movies. It leans heavily into the ultra-violent tendencies of the genre, and the gameplay is squelchy, brutal, and an explosive good time. The Ascent is also a surprisingly deep RPG considering it was made by a small core team of around 12 people, with many distinct playstyles, weapons and stats to juggle, tweak and master. Stray is the science fiction game that you didn't know you needed to play, and possibly the most unusual one around. Set in a futuristic secret city hidden beneath a ruined city, a stray cat finds itself trapped in a world that is completely foreign. The aesthetics of this city were supposedly influenced by Kowloon Walled City, an ungoverned and densely populated Chinese enclave in British-ruled Hong Kong. Not only is the setting incredibly futuristic, it still harbors the grime and dirt of a super city from our very own Earth. Calling this the perfect playground for an adventurous stray cat would be an understatement. Another game that focuses a bit on transhumanism is State of Mind, a title from the development team Daedalic Entertainment. As you can expect, this is a very narrative-driven game, one that is set in the year 2048. The world has become more and more reliant on advanced AI and robotics to take care of our needs or resources. While more people are quickly embracing this move to a new digital paradise. However, one person that is not so willing to take on this new norm is our protagonist Richard Nolan, a journalist who has been quick to write out his criticisms over this move. After waking up from an explosion with his wife and child missing, Richard Nolan begins to unravel a grand conspiracy. In most cyberpunk games, you're someone exciting, like a mercenary, scientist, or investigator. But what if you just had a normal job, like a delivery driver, scraping together your meager pay to afford somewhere to live, a hot cup of fake coffee now and then, and a new body for your AI robot dog that isn't also your car? So while Cloudpunk doesn't start off as a pulse-pounding adventure, you quickly find out that no matter how dreary your life is, if you get tangled up with the wrong people, things get very hectic. With an interesting voxel art style, discovering the secrets of the city of Nevles both on foot and in your flying hover car is well worth the often discounted price.
Don't open it, don't ask me about it, and don't be late.
Control, come in. Come in, this is important.
Ruiner ramps up the action to a brutal degree as your silent, Schwarzeneggerian protagonist mows through leagues of gangbangers, corpo goons and private military to save their kidnapped brother. Visually and sonically arresting for its entire duration, this Devolver digital classic nails the aesthetic tropes of cyberpunk perfectly in a satisfyingly tight package that doesn't overstretch its core ideas. Turbo Overkill finally answers the age-old question, what if my leg was a chainsaw I could saw the barrel off a shotgun with? Taking heavy inspiration from the Doom-likes, Duke Nukems and Serious Sams of this world, this slippery explosive shooter sees you turn your destructive talents to ridding the cyber city of paradise of AI-controlled cultists in thrall to the sentient AI.
main factory complex. Get ready!
Ghostrunner is all about slick, stylized action as you combo acrobatic aerial maneuvers and parkour tricks to slice your way through expansive, vertigo-inducing levels. As your powers progress, the platforming gets more complicated and varied, including grapples, wall running and more bullet time than the full Matrix quadrilogy. Plus, where a lot of Cyberpunk games are contemplative chin-strokers that require a huge amount of reading and imagination, Ghostrunner stands out as a first-person thrill ride built with Unreal Engine. So the cool stuff is a bit more up front and center than some of the other games on this list.
Yeah, right.
Free the architect.
Probably.
They're all heading toward...
I'm nothing!
The world is different now.
Semi-open world and layered with choices and side quests. Despite being the middle entry in what ended up being an unfinished trilogy, Deus Ex Mankind Divided is a must-play for any fan of cyberpunk themes and motifs. It's what is classically referred to as an immersive sim, first-person narrative action games that combine elements of stealth games and shooters to emphasize a player-choice-led approach to problem-solving. As Adam Jensen, a heavily cybernetically augmented security expert, you stomp around the rain-slick streets of Prague on the trail of the bioterrorists and shadowy organizations stoking tensions between augmented people and the rest of the population.
This should be your fight as well, brother.
Initiating combat mode.
Go!
Destination confirmed.
Woo-hoo! That's what I'm talking about!
In this game, we're tossed into the future in a bustling location of Night City. With megacorporations, a variety of gangs, and a slew of mercenaries looking for a quick payday, we are tossed into the role of V, just another mercenary looking for work. CD Projekt Red gives players 3 different starting points in this game, but regardless of what life path you decide to take when first launching the game, the title overall follows a similar story.
What's your deal? All I'm asking is if you knew about it. Why don't you figure it out yourself for a fucking change?
In this title, we're thrown into the future where mankind has crafted up incredibly advanced AI to make our lives easier. There's an android readily available for just about every need. However, in this game, we find that some androids have started to gain their free will, and it's here that we follow a few of these androids as they progress through their daily routine or start to drift towards their own will. A massive part of this game is making choices that will alter the narrative, and it will result in multiple endings. While you're making choices, there's plenty of exploration, interacting with characters and environments.